I'm here with Spencer Borup. Spencer's a young man who participated in some of the Vision Coalition programs, and he now works with us as a provider of some of services. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Tell us about some of the recent services you've been providing to youth in El Dorado Hills and the community.
Well, lately with Vision Coalition, we teamed up and put together a summer workshop for the children of the community. We did a comedy and improv class, which got the main focus of the class wasn't to teach them how to make people laugh. It was actually to get them to step out of their comfort zones with their peers and feel free to explore any kind of fun, safe activity that they could have outside of the classroom. You know, to have fun with their peers and to really come out of find that. What am I trying to say? Comfortability, But yeah, so it really was a wonderful experience for me as the teacher to see my students come into their own and figure out things that they could do that they're comfortable with, and then later on in the class, you know, at the end of the class, they're doing things that they would have never even dreamed of doing at the beginning because they were just too shy to do it or just not comfortable with it.
Excellent. Those are great things. To be able to make somebody else laugh it's really fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That's great. So what are some of the other activities? A PSA, we worked together on putting together a small film. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it was a public service announcement for the community for pedestrian safety. And so we got together with our film crew and we put together 2 30-second spots that you see through the eyes of the pedestrian, what not to do and ways to be safe while on the street, and then you see through the eyes of the driver how to avoid getting into accidents involving pedestrians and things that have been happening in the community that we wanted to draw their eyes to and say, hey guys, let's all look out for each other, you know. And so we came up with the spot, and I wrote the music for it, and I cast a few of my students in the commercial, and we got together and filmed it, and they sang and danced, and it was fun.
Now it's out on the airways.
Yeah.
All right, great. What else? In the past, you were involved in the El Dorado Musical Theater, which is also a partner of ours, and they do great youth development practices and older youth mentoring younger youth, and you were always one of those older youth, as I remember.
Yeah, well, I was younger too, because when I was 10, I was in their very first production.
Wow.
And then as I grew up and grew out of the shows, I became a mentor there as well, and I taught acting and music classes there, and it was a second home for me. You know, they were my family, and it was great because seeing a community community theater that you guys are involved with, it is the best way that I could ever find to find friends that accepted me and friends that were just like me. They were okay with being a little weird, you know, and they didn't have to fall into cliques like in high schools you find. But everybody just accepted each other and had fun, and it was a very safe environment for me to be in, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. Can you tell me a little bit about your involvement with the Vision Coalition and ways that you've been able to contribute to the coalition and vice versa?
Yeah, the Vision Coalition, it offers these opportunities for the youth to explore their creative side with their peers and have fun while they're doing it, you know. And so probably the biggest thing in my mind that jumps out is the independent film that we did, Charlie's Closet, which was in a very big way funded by Vision Coalition and supported by Vision Coalition. And I got very involved with DJ through that, and we got to see, you know, the youth that you brought in to help with the film were just having such a wonderful time. And I, on my side of things, I got to get more involved with you guys through Charlie's Closet because I met the whole team and said, hey, I'd love to contribute one of these days, and I have.
Yeah.
And it's just a wonderful community.
You played the lead role. Tell us a little bit about your role in Charlie's Closet.
Well, he was Charlie from Charlie's Closet. He's a monster who does not want to do what all the other monsters expect him to do. They expect him to fit inside this little box. And he says, well, the things in that box I don't enjoy. I don't want to scare little children. I want to dance or write. I want to have fun. I want to be nice to those little children. And he actually ends up becoming best friends with the little girl that he's expected to scare. That's kind of like, the irony of the film. And that's where the heart is found, because we learn you shouldn't define yourself by what others expect you to do,
Right.
You should define yourself by what makes you happy. And that's Charlie's journey through the film.
Excellent. Excellent. So it's about acceptance and tolerance.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Those are great messages. And it was completely done all by youth.
Yes, it was. Which still to this day kind of blows my mind. It's an incredible achievement Spencer Reed, the director, was 17 when we filmed it, and when he wrote it, and he was doing everything, and
Directing, producing.
exactly, and the entire most of the actors were youth, and the Doug Orfino, he wrote the music, he was youth. So it was very much a youth project that people don't really realize is a youth project,
Right.
because it was very professionally done.
It is, and it's winning awards and doing
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you so much for your time and for being here and for your contributions to our coalition.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.